Hello, and thank you for joining us for this info session on St. Francis de Sales' trip to the National Catholic Youth Conference in 2025. What is NCYC? NCYC is the National Catholic Youth Conference, and it takes place in Indianapolis, Indiana, on November the 20th to the 23rd, 2025. It's not just an event. It's a national gathering of the young church where young people come to celebrate their faith and encounter Christ in an unforgettable way. NCYC provides the opportunity for young people to encounter Christ in the sacraments and each other, and to experience the vitality and joy of the church that deepens their faith. Through encounter and experience, young people are empowered to live as disciples of Christ at school, at home, and in their neighborhoods. By joining in communal prayer and worship, young people foster a deeper connection with God and others. Engagement in catechesis and discernment helps young people reflect on their faith and their call to holiness. And participation in liturgies with thousands of other young people creates a powerful and unifying worship experience. Finally, NCYC provides the opportunity to interact with national speakers, musicians, performers, Catholic organizations, religious orders, and Catholic universities. This year's NCYC theme is I Am, Yo Soy. The theme is inspired by the moment God revealed himself to Moses through the burning bush. And this theme invites young people to reflect on how God reveals his presence in our lives today, especially through the sacraments. Because through the sacraments we encounter the living story of God's love, united with him through Jesus and the church. And challenging participants to recognize their identity through Christ and to embrace their call to be the light of the world. NCYC is a pilgrimage, a transformative journey where young people can explore their faith, make choices aligned with their beliefs, and find support in their shared experience with fellow participants. Okay, let's get down to the details of this trip. The chaperones will be Diane Lewis, and her contact information is on the screen, and Maddie Frick, who is the coordinator of youth ministry, her contact information, and we are currently searching for one male chaperone. So if anybody's interested, please reach out to Maddie. It will require some Veritas training if you're not already trained. We currently have 12 youth spots, 8 female and 4 male spots. And the reason we're in groups of 4 is because that's how many are to a room, 4 to a room. So we will have 3 complete rooms of youth attending the conference. The cost of attending the National Catholic Youth Conference. The cost for each participant is roughly $1,000. We ask the participant to put a $100 deposit down. They will also be responsible for paying for their lunches on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If they want to do any snackage during the day, pretzels, peanuts, whatever they have. And if they want to spend any money at any of the musician or speaker tables, if interested. The remainder of the fees we hope to be paid by fundraising. I can tell you this will be my 10th NCYC, and I have yet not to meet our fundraising goals and cover the youth participation in this conference. It is so valuable and so worthwhile. And that money includes conference registration fees, airfare, transportation to and from hotels in Indianapolis, hotel accommodations, dinners, which I'll hit on a little bit later, and t-shirts and giveaways. I do suggest for youth who are bringing money with them on this trip that they use a debit card rather than cash. And if you need me to hold cards or cash for an individual, I can certainly do that and kind of allocate it per day if that's needed as well. And speaking of fundraising, we have 2 main fundraising events that we ask all participants to participate in, and that is a dinner bingo, and that will be on October 3rd. We ask that you help from 5 to 10 p.m. It is a Friday night, first Friday in October. We're going to ask each family to put together a basket for the Chinese auction, and we may ask you to come out on September the 12th and help sell tickets at the regular bingo at St. Francis de Sales. Our second major fundraiser is on May 30th, and that is Touch a Truck, and it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I recognize that May 30th is after the conference date. However, I am given some leeway that I can front money as long as I get it back in the budget by the end of the fiscal year. So those are our two major fundraisers that we do, and we ask all participants to help out with those. We've also been granted the ability to have a second collection for NCYC specifically. Once I get that date, hopefully we'll all be present at the masses that weekend. We can kind of scatter among the masses and have a presence so that people can see who are going. Another opportunity is just to get sponsors. Ask your family and friends to sponsor you for the trip. Grandparents, cousins, neighbors, every little bit helps. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to help sponsor an individual. I also will be sending out sponsor letters to those who have made major donations to our trips in the past. Our Knights of Columbus organizations have been extremely generous in providing a donation for sponsorship for this trip, because they can see the value in it. We are fortunate enough to be staying at the Embassy Suites on West Washington Avenue, which is 2 blocks from the Indiana Convention Center and Lucas Oil Stadium, where we'll be spending the majority of our time. For transportation, we will be flying, and you can see the flight information on the screen. We already have the flights booked. And we'll be departing on November the 20th at 8:05 a.m. and returning on Sunday, November 23rd at 11 a.m. You might notice that we are leaving on a Thursday. I will let you know that Archbishop Laurie usually writes a letter requesting excused absence since we're leaving on a Thursday. In the 10 times that I've been to NCYC, I've never had a public or private school which has not provided an excused absence. I will also let you know that these dates are just at the beginning of the second quarter of the marking period, so it won't interfere with anything that you have going on at the very end of the marking period for the first quarter, and it's generally after all regularly scheduled fall sports. Security, Lucas Oil and Indiana Convention Center will both have security at all the doors. Credentials are needed to enter and exit the stadium and the convention center. We'll be giving those credentials upon arrival, and they must wear them at all times. Now on to the more important thing, meals. The hotel provides breakfast each day, so we'll be able to have breakfast at the hotel before leaving to go to Lucas Oil. Thursday's evening meal, we're gonna get there early enough that we can walk around and kind of find a place to go as our group ourselves. Friday evening meal, we will be at Buca di Beppo. Salad, spaghetti fettuccine alfredo, chicken parm. That has already been arranged. There'll be approximately 65 of us dining together. It'll be the majority of the people going from the Archdiocese of Baltimore. Our Saturday evening meal will be at Weber's Grill, and that's going to be a soup, grilled chicken breast sandwich, classic burger, or a grilled chicken Caesar salad. And then lunch, again, you're on your own, and you're free to eat at the many options in the Indiana Convention Center. Just wanted to give you an update of what the weekend would look like. On Thursday, we will get there early and just before lunch. So we'll have a little time to explore the city as a group and then share a meal, and then go together to the opening session at Lucas Oil Stadium, where we'll join the other parishes from the Archdiocese of Baltimore. On Friday morning, we're going to get up and eat breakfast at the hotel. We'll walk to Lucas Oil Stadium as a group again to meet the rest of the parishes from the Archdiocese for the opening session. At that point, we'll walk across the street to the Indiana Convention Center, where there will be small group breakouts. And when I say small group breakouts, that would be 1,000 people or less. We will allow the youth to kind of buddy up, because everybody's going to want to hear about different things, and we want them to all experience different things so that we can share and learn from each other. We'll touch base at lunch, and then there's 2 breakouts after lunch. After those, we will meet as a group and go to dinner, and then we'll attend the evening session, again joining the rest of the parishes from the Archdiocese of Baltimore. Saturday will look the same as Friday, and then on Sunday we are going to have morning breakfast and then head to the airport. So it'll go by very quickly, and there's not a lot of free time other than where they will be able to select their small group breakouts. We thank you for your attention, and we look forward to having a very engaging and exciting trip to Indianapolis. We will certainly have additional parent meetings to go over even more details and to make sure we have all the paperwork and everything filled out correctly. I hope you're interested, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.